for this 5-minute segment, Honoring Earth, I figure I would tell you some things that happen in these 5 minutes that I'm on air. Sounds good?
Perfect. Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go. We humans, in these 5 minutes, we're eating 175,000 chickens. In these 5 minutes, we're eating 2.5 million tons of potatoes. In these 5 minutes, 20 new books will be published. That's a lot of reading. I'm very happy about this. I love reading. 20 new books. And I love riding my bicycle. 1,250 bicycles are going to be built in these 5 minutes. All these numbers are approximate, okay? I'm rounding them down or up. But McDonald's is serving 20,000 hamburgers in these 5 minutes.
What is Project 15?
But you know what? Project 15 is maybe one of my best aha moments that turned into a project. So it really, at its base, was a project designed around what could the sort of commercial technical community bring to help accelerate scientific projects, which was spawned because a few years ago I had designed a safety solution. And I talked about, there was safe schools, safe workplaces, safe retail, anything safe. I was talking about how to make things safer using IoT. But I never thought of safe parks or safe animals. And when I met Dr. Eric Dinerstein, he has a solution called TrailGuard AI, and it's a camera trap, and it's sending events. And I realized really quickly that this was just another use case. And why would a scientific developer want to reinvent wheels if we could help by just meeting each other and sharing knowledge?
What does that got to feel like, though? Like to have your teacher tell you, like, maybe this is not your thing. Like I had my calculus teacher in college tell me that maybe calculus wasn't my thing. And I was like, just give me a C and let me get out of here.
Yes, it certainly does hurt kind of mentally because you're already feeling like, okay, this is hard. Can I even do this? And then somebody from the outside comes in and tells you that, and it kind of just adds fuel to that fire that maybe I really can't do this. But I kind of took it as I'm going to use this as motivation as well. Like this does hurt, but I'm going to use this wound to motivate me to get to the finish line. And then, like I said, if I can get there and if I struggle initially, then if you're struggling initially as well, if you're a new coder, then I definitely believe you can do the same.
Mm-hmm. And you filled your TikTok with motivation. Like you're talking directly to the screen and telling people not to give up. Have you had interactions with random strangers on the internet that have felt motivated by your TikToks?
Yes, I've received numerous amounts of comments saying that I helped motivate them. They were thinking about quitting and they continued on with their classes. Somebody used some of my tips that I've also posted and helped them pass one of their classes. And I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I'm really happy to see that I'm actually helping people and helping new coders get through that initial hump that I was also facing at a point in time.
Another question, in your career, who told you no?
That's a good question. I mean, that goes back all the way to college, and probably even earlier than that. I remember when I was 9 years old, I was playing video games at a party, and I was told at 9 that girls aren't allowed to play video games and that I should leave. And so that was probably my first experience of it. But then even in college, after my second semester of computer science, I think I got a C in my midterm or something like that. And the professor called me into his office and said, "Hey, Amanda, if you weren't doing computer science, what do you think you'd want to do?" And I said art history. And he's like, "Maybe you should try that." Oh. And and fortunately, maybe my career is just out of spite.
Well, I mean, as a father of 2 daughters, I resent, that, but it's interesting, definitely. And the other question is, who told you yes?
Well, there's no question about that. My dad, I think, especially you, Laurent, talking about your daughters, my dad has been a huge force in my life. And he's been encouraging me to go into STEM since I was, 3 years old, and he would teach me math sitting on his lap.